And we're going to move on to number 3, and the stadium behind me is lying. It is not Heinz Field anymore. It is actually, I forget the name, and it's something else. Sadly, it is no longer Ketchup City, and it is some other type of name that has nothing to do with ketchup, which is disappointing because I really like ketchup. But the game was a blast. We're talking New York Jets at the Pittsburgh Steelers, and there's so many reasons it's fun. We had Zach Wilson back for the first time this year after Flacco started the first 3 games. I guess Flacco's second Super Bowl run, because it's not going to happen, especially since Zach Wilson won. Let's look at the stats. And we had something even more special, but I'll get to it in a moment. The Jets come back from, 10 down to win the game, 24-20. But there were many moments in the game that were just a lot of fun. First off, though, I'm going to have to say, NFL, I'm done with the gritty. I'm done with it. I can't handle it. There was the Gesicki gritty. I think he did it, and he was just doing whatever, and now you've got Zach Wilson doing it. I just feel like once you get to the BYU quarterback who looks like Zac Efron from High School Musical, I think we're done with the gritty. I think that's enough. I'm finished. I don't need to see any more quarterbacks doing that little ditty gritty dance. I've had enough of it. Zach Wilson, I was already getting sick of it, but he cleaned it out. Gritty's done. I'm calling it. And you got a problem with that? Get out of here. I don't care. If you want to see more Zach Wilsons do the gritty, I'm not into it. Maybe an offensive lineman can do it, or a defense lineman on a scoop and score where you get to see him run like 60 yards and like receivers keep trying to tackle him, but he just kind of keeps bumbling forward and gets a touchdown. If that happens, okay, fine. Gritty. That's fine. But no, I don't need to see Zach Wilson do the gritty, and I don't need to see anyone else like him do the gritty ever again. Either way, the other fun part of this game is Kenny Pickett. Kenny Pickett comes in. Mitchell Trubisky can't hack it. Doesn't look great. I based on what I've seen before this game was coming in, I was thinking about Bills Steelers, and I thought, is Trubisky gonna get across midfield against the Bills? And then Kenny Pickett came in, and I thought he could. Trubisky, maybe not, but maybe Pickett can, because he was aggressive, and they uncorked him, and he threw 3 interceptions, but 10 for 13. You know what that means? Do you know what 10 for 13 means? 10 for 13 means he completed all of his passes. 10 completed to his teammates, and 3 completed to the other team. Hey, 100% completion. Pretty amazing. 10 for 13 for 120 yards. He had 2 rushing touchdowns. One was a sneak, another one a little further, and that was so much fun. Kenny Pickett was great. He had the chance at the heave at the end, and it didn't work out. Zach Wilson gets 1 passing touchdown. Wait, he had a passing touchdown? Did he not have a rushing touchdown? I don't have that on here. I thought he had a rushing touch. I'm pretty sure he had a rushing touchdown. That's when he was doing his gritty. Either way, I'm loving the Kenny Pickett idea. I know Tomlin was very serious, and then he didn't say that he wanted or that he was going to go with Pickett for the Bills game, but he decided to go through it in the half in this game, which, they weren't getting blown out, but Trubisky just wasn't getting anything done. So he puts Pickett in, and, they scored more points in the second half than they did in the first half, so that works out. And I think you should start him from the beginning. I think you start. I don't care about letting players sit. That's not a philosophy I agree with. I want to just get the rookies out there and make them play and get them the work they need. None of this Nathan Peterman looked good in preseason, start him over Josh Allen crap. I'm not into that. I mean, unless you actually have, I approved of the Mahomes one because you have someone who's taking teams to playoffs, and some of them even like winning playoff games. Like you had Alex Smith. He's solid. He's actually a good quarterback. And so you can kind of wait and see, like, well, let's do one more year. But nah, not Trubisky. Well, actually, I guess Trubisky took teams to playoffs. Trubisky's not taking this team to the playoffs. He didn't look good. Bring in Pickett. And now we got Pickett in, and I'm loving it. Also, this game had one of the best moments ever. It was at the end of the half. Setting the scene here. End of the half. If you haven't seen it, pull up the highlights. Watch it yourself. But you can listen to my description first. End of the half. Hail Mary time. Trubisky lines it up. Heaves it deep. Intercepted by the Jets. Jets start running it back. Hurdle, lateral, lateral, lateral. They get the ball to like the Steelers' 30. They lateral this whole play, roughing the passer. Another chance at the Hail Mary. I just was sitting there looking at the flag symbol on the scoreboard, watching this lateral, this 30-second play. It was like, this is just coming back. Like, I guess until the whistle blows, right? Until the whistle blows, but this is just so dumb. And then it ended up, nope, gotta heave it again. Heave it again, nothing comes of it. It would have been insane if that ended up being a Hail Mary touchdown. And then I propose this question. If Mitchell Trubisky gets hit, right, and they call back the pick, and they get to line up one more time for Hail Mary, he succeeds in the Hail Mary. He throws the 50-yard bomb, gets bounced up in the air, and then it's caught. Does Pickett go in the second half? At that point, the Pittsburgh Steelers would have been winning 13-10 if they made the extra point. Does Pickett go in? Or do you just decide that this Hail Mary that was ridiculous gives Trubisky like the support to, I mean, because it's a completely random play. Like Trubisky throwing a Hail Mary and scoring a touchdown, that has no value in how well he's been playing over the past 3 games before and now. He threw the ball up to the end zone and gets caught for a touchdown. If that happened, does Kenny Pickett play the second half? Do you think, how could you take him out? He's led them to a lead. Ooh, those are the decisions, because it makes no sense why would it change your opinion besides the fact that now you're winning on a lucky play. Throw that around in your head and throw that into the comments on what you think about that. That was probably the best part of the game. That and the gritty and the Pickett to Pickens, and then Pickett's pass to Pickens that's picked, which is definitely something that's going to be said for the rest of Pickett's career as long as Pickens is a receiver. They're both young. They're both there. If Pickett becomes good and Pickens looks good, next thing you know, they're going to draft Peter Piper so he can pickle Pickett's Pickens pepper pick. Either, whatever. I'm going to move on. Moving on.